How's it going, everybody? Dr. Dow here, and today we're going to be talking about narcissist mothers, horrible, god awful mothers that should have never been mothers, because no good mother withholds a great father from being a part of his children's life. It just doesn't happen. And this whole to prove a point thing, like, oh, okay, we didn't work out. You know what? Boo, you know what this, you know what that, like, you ain't getting to see your kids no more, like, you done screwed up, da da da. Like, these women that are trying to prove a point are hurting their own children. But they don't care. I mean, they just don't. They don't. Their main objective is to tear us down, to get us where it really hurts, and to rip our hearts out. And it's just horrible, because there's lots of guys. I mean, as far as suicide goes, there's many guys that are just not strong enough to deal with it, and they would rather be dead than go without being a part of their children's lives. But I got news for you, sisters, and all you ladies out there that think it's okay to do that and deny a good, loving father from his children. Let me tell you something. Karma is a biatch. All right? And when I say that, I mean, you better hope to God you didn't have a son, because if you do, guess what? That karma is going to bite you right back in the butt if things don't get changed. Because who's to say that your own son isn't going to get with somebody, and the same thing that you did to his father is going to happen to your son? And then guess what? You're not a part of your grandbaby's life, and karma gets you. And guess what? You deserve it. And I mean, if that's what you did to your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, doesn't matter. If a child resulted out of it, you're eventually going to get your own karma. So it's something that all fathers and mothers need to come together and work together for this whole 50-50 thing. Like I said, I know every case is different, but if he's a good father and you're a good mother, you guys can meet in the middle for the child. And you guys can be a good mommy and daddy and work together and do 50-50. And it benefits everybody. It benefits mom, it benefits dad. But see, here's the thing. Here's my outlook on it. Not all women, but most women, they want all this free benefits that they get, when they have custody. So that's why it's such a well thought thing. Like, if you're a single mom or you're a single dad, oh God, you can go into welfare, you can get free housing, you can get all these free food stamps, and you don't even have to work. And then here's the best part of all. And, you could have the father push him out of the kids' life, whatever. And then you can have your little sob, I'm the victim story of like, oh, it's the dad's fault, he's a deadbeat, this and that and the other thing. But I guarantee you there's not one man alive that if you were to say, hey, I know things don't work out, but you're a great father, you're a lousy husband or boyfriend, maybe you probably want to leave that part out. But you get my point. Like, if he's a good dad and you're a good mom, you guys, it's possible for you guys to come together and to make it work for the children. It's a better thing. And then you're putting your child first, and it's really great. It's better that way for the kids. And as far as family court goes, it's supposed to be in the best interest of the child. So, and I feel, and it's eventually going to get passed. I'm telling all you guys out there that watch my video right now that there is hope. It is going to happen. We're fighting for it right now. And eventually all of it's going to get passed. And then it's not going to be like it's always been. And we'll have a fighterman's chance, so to speak, in the courtroom. And the new standard will start at 50-50 unless there's a huge absolute reason why you guys can't do that. Like, if there's domestic violence, I could see that being a factor. But in most cases, the number one reason is, a woman denies a good father, loving father, his rights to his children to prove a point. And that's just crazy to me, y'all. Well, while y'all are trying to prove a point, guess what? Like, your son or your daughter isn't able to be a part of their grandpa's life. They're completely missing out on being spoiled on both ends. And that's the way it should be. Kids should be able to be kids. They should be able to be spoiled and not made felt like they got to pick dad or mom. It should just be like mom and dad just come together and say, okay, let's be friends. Let's be mature about this, and and have equal access to the child, like for the dad, for the mother, and like I said, guys, I mean, smile, because eventually, guess what? We're gonna win, and our children are gonna win. It's not about winning. It's not about custody. It's not about winning. When when the children are able to see mom and dad equally, and it's joint custody, that's when you both win. And it becomes about the child and the best interest of the child. And, like I said, I mean, there's going to be cases where, this is, not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Like I said, domestic abuse or mentally abusive partners, psychopaths, everybody dates a crazy chick or a crazy guy, and and then you have a child to the mix. I mean, that just obviously makes it more complicated, right? But I'm talking in general, like, okay, well, you guys break up, it didn't work out, I guess we're not compatible, but hey, guess what? You both lied in bed together, you both had a kid together, and so now it's time to sit down and be mature and move forward. And just because you have a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend on both ends, I don't want to discriminate whatsoever. It just should all be about the kid. And the world would be such a great place. Oh my God, I can't even imagine it, but eventually it will happen. And I'll be the happiest dad alive because my son, it'll be wonderful. I won't have to worry about it. So I'm going to fight, like hell, to make sure my son doesn't have to go through this at all. Because this is the way it should be. And it will get changed, y'all. Mark my words. But anyways, guys, I mean, like on the real, I mean, we got to stop history from repeating itself over and over and over again. We're living in different times. Things have changed. So with things changing, we got to change the laws, etc. It's going to be easier said than done, but it will get done nevertheless. But we got to fight. We all got to stick together. All our voices hold power, so we all need to bring those voices together, and all our complaints, whatnot. We got to throw it on that front desk, and we got to move to pass things. And keep fighting, and eventually you get results. I've never heard of anybody in the history of people, of anybody, somebody who fought, and never gave up, and they were unsuccessful. Because even if you fail the first time or the second time, as long as you keep fighting, you're going to get the results that you want. And that's eventually, I mean, that's what's going to happen. Because us dads, good dads, are sick and tired of the bad reputation that these narcissist women give us, like saying that, oh yeah, we're deadbeats, we're not paying our child support. I mean, I would invite any woman in the world to have to pay what we have to pay, and then get the time with our children that we love with all our hearts, and flip the script to where you guys had to do it, and see how y'all like it. And I guarantee, how many deadbeat mothers would be out there? I guarantee you there'd be millions and millions and millions and millions. And all y'all, especially women out there, say, oh no, that'd never be me. Well, it's pretty easy for you to say that, but when the script gets flipped on you, and you get put in that boat, you don't even know. You don't even know. So it's one of those things, you have to go through it to know it. And but pretty much, I mean, just like the victim card, like that's what they all do in court. They play the victim card, they lie, they commit perjury, and then custody coordinators or committing perjury, and even lawyers, and they get away with it because they don't care. It's all about the W. It's all about the win, and how much money they can suck from their client, and whoever has the most money wins. Well, guess what, honey? Those days are going to be long gone real soon. So to all you women that are basically like that, enjoy it while you can, because your time clock is about ready to expire. Hate to break to you. With time comes change, and change is going to be coming. I can guarantee it. It's just insane to me that things got to be this way. Like, and they don't. And like I said, they won't. Not for much longer. But it's just insane to me how a mother and a father can't sit down for the best interest of their children. And it's got to be a power thing. Like, okay, well, things didn't work out. Like, I'm going to own you, and I'm going to have this power over you, and you have to do what I say, or otherwise you're not going to see your kid. Like, and it's just crazy to me, man. All these narcissist moms and moms that, like lie, say this and that, just to hurt us, and like I said, to prove a point, But like I said, enjoy it while you can, y'all, because, those women that perjure in the courtroom, that's another thing that needs to be worldly, like, recognized and looked at. I see it all the time on Facebook, and they just get away with it, man. Like, it's the courtroom. It's a courtroom. You cannot lie. And I don't understand, for the love of God, why it's accepted in family court, but it's not accepted, like, if you were to lie in front of Congress, or you know what I'm saying, or in a courtroom, man, you would go to jail. But it's just family law. It's just some innocent boy or girl that that's gonna get put in the wrong home. Because like I said, every case is different. If it's like an abusive thing, that's where I'm kind of talking about, like, the child would go to the wrong home. Like, did you know that 75% of abusive partners women end up with custody of their children? 75%. That is insane to me. Just very, very insane to me, because that means that a whole lot of kids are getting beaten, and a whole lot of kids are going to the wrong homes. And the court's got to be more thorough about who they're giving custody to, not who got the most money. Like, okay, there you have your kid. You spent $40,000-$50,000. You've earned it. There you go. Like, all the stories and the bad reports that we made up, like, we're able to justify it now, and we got our money, and, like, right on. Awesome. Sweet. Like, it's just, we don't live in the world that y'all think we do. Like, and most of you guys that I'm talking to right now, y'all feel me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And, man, I just feel for all y'all, and I can't wait, like I said, for things to get passed, and for us dads to finally get equal rights that we deserve to our children, that we love with all our hearts. So anyways, guys, so the biggest takeaway I want all y'all to take from this video is both the mom and the dad, put your swords away, stop fighting, stop arguing. The beauty thing about divorce, and the beauty thing about breaking up and not being together anymore, is you don't have to be miserable anymore. But that doesn't mean that y'all can't coexist and be happy together, co-parenting, and making sure that your prince and your princesses have the best life possible. It's a very doable thing, and for any of you guys that are going through divorces, I strongly encourage you guys to really just sit and think about everything. Like I said, put the swords away and think about the best interest of your children, because they're what matters. You guys don't matter anymore. You guys are done. Your children their futures are in jeopardy. And when I say that, they need both moms and dads, and they need you guys to keep it together, to stick together, to work together, and it's a very doable, feasible thing. So I definitely encourage all y'all to do that. So this is Dr. Dowell. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you then.